Good morning, everybody. It's Keisha, and we're going to try and call this title of these videos 8 Pine Horsemanship until I can come up with a better name. Now, this right here is Skyla, and she's a little over 2. She was in our last video, and that one currently isn't under 8 Pine Horsemanship. That is just under, I think it's training demo or training demonstration. I'm going to show you something very important I do with every horse when I bring them into a work environment. And that is I turn them loose and I give them a cue to go away. Now if she wants to stay, she is very more than welcome. I'm not going to make her move off. I'm just going to push her to give her a little encouragement that, hey, if you want to go, you are more than welcome to go. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Now, I'm going to let her do what she wants. If she wants to stand there this entire intro, she's more than welcome. If she wants to run off and buck right behind me, roll, act like a mule, whatever she wants to do, she can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave her alone, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm doing this. Whenever I bring a horse into a work environment, as you can see, we're in a round pen. Not sure how much of it you can see, so bear with me in this video. Like I said, this is only the second real training video I'm trying to put out there to get more clients, but what I do with every horse when I bring them into a work environment of a round pen or any kind of score pen, anything like that, is I turn them loose and I just give them a cue to walk off. If they want to walk off, like I said, they're more than welcome, but they don't have to. I'm not going to force them to move away from me. And the reason I do this is I'm going to explain it right now. I don't know how many times I've seen at a barrel race, a pole bending, an eventing show, TV demonstrations of horse training, little clips on YouTube, somebody goes to take their horse in their round pen to work them, and the horse rears, the horse pulls, or the horse tries to run ahead of you through that gate and run you over. Now, not every horse does this for the same reason, but the most reason I think of when I work with her and the other horse that I have back here in the barn is when I first got them here to train, I just put them in here and worked them. They started getting more and more anxious, get me through the gate, and as soon as you came in and unclipped that lead rope, they'd start running circle, circle, circle. I started thinking, why are they doing this? I haven't even sent them off yet. And I started to think more along the lines of dogs. I've done dog training too, through 4-H, and I was a trainer for 3 years through 4-H, and I went for 6 years. Anyways, back to the horses. The reason that came to my opinion and my thought is I put her in and I would just work her. Run, 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 run. So they start to think of this certain place as an area where they need to run. And they'll run you over, they'll do everything because that's what they have been trained to do. Whether you purposely meant to do it or not, that is what you have trained them to do. So what I do is I bring them in, and I'll make sure that my dogs need to go to the bathroom. I'll make sure maybe I need to go to the bathroom. Maybe I need to get a drink. Maybe I need to eat before I work them. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. She got her ears pinned. What's wrong with you? Anyways, oh, don't do that. I'll make sure I need to do something that's going to take at least 2 or 3 minutes to do. And most of the time I'll take off the halter if I'm not out here. But if I'm out here with her, I leave the halter on because I'm right here. Not saying that things can't go wrong even though I'm right here. They more than likely will or can, but I'm just saying I'm here with her. So what I do is I bring him in, turn him loose, give him that signal to walk off, and like I said, she's standing right here, not tied up, looking at me like, you are nuts, who are you talking to, lady? Sorry, I'm using a little screw in the wood to hold my phone up. Anyways, that's the reason I do this. I always want my horses, well, not my horse, my clients, my horses, to be comfortable and feel safe in their work environment. I leave them in here when they're hot and sweaty and take off their halter and their saddle and everything and take it all out and put it out so that they can't get caught up in it. And they can roll when they're hot and sweaty. The horses love it because one part of the arena, as you see over here, I just raked this morning, so it's really smooth. And I know there's still rocks. I'm going to work on this another day. Where I'm standing right now, you can't see, but it's about this deep in dirt. And so what they do is when they're really hot and sweaty, we all know horses, they love to roll. They love to get that scent on them so that they don't stick out to the wildlife. They've got their own scent on them. And they'll like to roll. They go and buck and run themselves. They'll do laps themselves, even though I'm not out here. They'll just stand here in the sun and sunbathe like she is. I have a board up here that provides a little bit of shade. Not much, but it's better than no shade at all for them. And I just leave them out. And I want my horses to feel very comfortable. Very, very comfortable in their work environment. I feed them in here. I groom them in here. I bathe them in here. I have their feet done in here. I trim their hair in here because we have really tall cockaburs that go up to here. I wipe out their nostrils. I doctor them in here. I make sure wherever I'm going to ride that I turn them loose and let them do what they want, even if it's just for, heck, a minute. Just so that they don't think as soon as you get in, move, 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 sweat, 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 yeah, work, work, work. I want them to think, I can breathe in here. I don't have to panic. She's not just going to whack me on the butt and send me off and, get up. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to run your horse in those circles. I don't really like it, but what I'm going to be doing it. And the reason is, I'm going to explain right now, I want her to calm down. Her and her buddy that she came with are so buddy sour. Most of the time when they're away, normally she'd be pacing the pen and squealing and freaking out because she can't see her buddy because her buddy's clear on the other side of the property in a box stall because she's limping right now. So I want them to feel comfortable, confident, calm, cool, collected. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by the pinning ear look every time I'm talking to you guys. Anyways, I want her to feel nice and calm and collected. So by doing this and just letting her stand here, you notice she hasn't even moved off. By just letting her stand here or wander around if she wants or roll, or she can sit like a dog. I've seen horses do that many a times where they just sit like, whatever, I'm bored, dude. They can roll anything they want and they feel comfortable. Like I said, you just get them in here and run them. And I'm sorry, but you're going to have a horse that's eventually going to run you over through the gate. And for horses that are like that, I kind of have to see them in person in order to help you, but I can kind of give you an idea what to do. You can get 4 panels, or if your horse won't go through rope, some rope. Say this is the gate that they're coming through. Put a panel on this side, on the outside of the gate, this side, on the inside of the gate, so it's kind of like a chute or an alley. If your horse is comfortable in a trailer, put them in a trailer, back the trailer to that gate, open up the middle gate, the original gate, and tie it open so that they can't get caught up in it and hurt themselves. Then you want to tie open your trailer gate for the same exact reason. And then you're just going to put a little bit of food, maybe some water, maybe their buddy on a different side of the pasture. If you're around pens like ours, it's connected to 3 different pastures. So maybe put their buddy in a different pasture that they like. And you know, the first few times they're going to bolt out of the trailer, probably. Not all, some. Bolt out of the trailer and into the round pen. Then what I like to do is put a little bit of grain, or these horses are really weird. They like human cereal. They like honey bunches, or not honey bunches, Cheerios and things like that. Maybe put a little handful in the trailer and just walk away and leave. And they'll go back and forth. Buddy, cereal. Buddy, cereal. And eventually they're going to think, why am I running out and starting to run circles? No one's out here pushing me. No one's out here chasing me, making me do anything. And like, my buddy's here and I don't have to do anything. This is wonderful. And then eventually when they get, maybe after a day or so of doing that on and off, maybe take away the trailer if they start to calm down. I would say get a 5-foot, 6-foot lead rope, depending on how wide your panels are and how much rope you need. And if they start to bolt and they start to run through that alleyway that you have set up, let the rope out. Let them come in through that fence. Make sure that if you pull them, they're not going to hit it and get all cut up and get caught up in the panels or anything like that. And what you want to do is pull their head around, and if you have to be a little aggressive about it, be a little aggressive. Pull their head around, get them facing you. Use your spanking stick, whatever you use, and just go like this. I don't know if you guys know the Clinton Anderson way of holding the rope and swinging the stick and walking towards them and backing them up. If you want high energy, you kind of want to be a little aggressive about it. And I don't mean aggressive by beating the crap out of the horse. I mean, you want them moving their hind end like this. It's okay. You want them moving back fast so that they think running through here isn't a good idea, even though you possibly had taught it to them without meaning to. You want them to think bolting through isn't okay. And then you're going to go through out the other way. And same thing, if they bolt, let that rope slide. Let them go, let them turn, pull their head, back them up about 15, 20 steps. And just keep doing it. And eventually they're going to think, man, if I run through here, I might get tapped on the chest to move my feet faster. I might get chased. I might get lunged. I might have to yield my hindquarters really, really fast. Whatever you're comfortable with doing with your horse, pretty much. You just kind of want to be a little aggressive about it, a little up in their face to show them, hey, I may have accidentally taught this to you, but now I'm trying to untrain you. What you want to do is when you feel comfortable and confident that they're not going to run, walk through with them. If they like peppermint, I'm not saying use food all the time, because then you're going to have a horse that's constantly in your face. But maybe the first 2 or 3 times that they go in and out, give them a peppermint. Give them, our horses like dog bones. Like I said, these two like cereal. Give them just like a couple bites of something that they like, and they're going to start to think, when I run through, I get worked. I get aggression, kind of. I get hyped energy. I get nervous because I don't know what they're going to ask, because they're asking at such a fast pace. And when I don't, I get treats. And after the first 3 times, 4 times, I'd start giving them loves, and then no more treats. And eventually they're just going to say, this isn't such a bad place. Heck, don't work them for a day and just leave them in their work area for a day. Food, water, shelter, if it's a nice day, just leave them out here for a day. If it's raining, leave it to where they can get somewhere under shelter. And the only reason I'm saying this is some people ask me, like, well, how do you get them to walk in so calmly? Because of this. It's 12 minutes now almost. And she's just standing here. She hasn't moved. So we're going to get to work now, and I'm going to explain what we're doing. I want her to calm and collect. Well, not really necessarily collect. I want her to relax when she's running in circles and working. I want her paying attention. For some reason, she seems to listen a little bit better with her halter on than with it off, even though the line's not connected for just some weird reason. That's how she is, and that's perfectly fine. Because in case of emergency, she already has the halter on, and I can just get a hold of her. So what I do, I'm not one of those people that really is for or against butt turning in or face turning in. I like to teach the horse both, and I use different words. I use the word change for her butt to come towards me, and I already forgot the word. I started teaching it yesterday. I'll think of it later. But and I can't think of the word. But anyways, what I want her to do is just kind of run circles, which is going to be a little boring. Oh, she's got a big old stretch. I wish you guys could see it. But what I want her to do is run circles. And when she drops her head, you'll notice her bobbing it a lot. She's starting to get the idea. This is her 5th day doing this. So switch, that's the word for face. When I want her face to turn in and change direction. Sorry about that. Totally random. Anyways, I want her just to kind of run circles, and it's going to be kind of a boring video, so I'm sorry about that. We might add some more to it, pause it, add some writing to it. Might not. I don't know yet. But the reason we want to do this is I want her to know, just because I'm pushing you in a circle, you don't have to be high pace, run, 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 run. You can slow down, keep your gait, but be smooth about it, and relax, and she'll start sighing a lot. Now, the sneezing and the licking the lips, I do believe licking the lips means she respects you and she understands, but also it's a really dusty arena, and the sneezing, same thing, it's a dusty arena. But the sighing, that's letting out air, exhaling, and like, this feels good. I want her inside ear to be on me. She's starting to learn that. I never really understood what soft eye means until yesterday when I saw it actually happen. And I want a lot of licking and chewing. Now, we might just start rewarding her if she does a half circle with her head down. She normally bobs it. Bobbing it the first couple of days, we reward it. That's the beginning stages. You can't just lunge excuse my language, but lunge the shit out of them until they're dripping and soaking wet and then wonder why they never put their head down. it's because you didn't reward that slight bob. But since this is the 5th day, 4th day was yesterday, I'm sorry. Since this is the 5th day she's done it, she started to understand that that bobbing is the right answer. And she, for some reason, does it right here where this camera is, around this section. For some reason, she does it there and not really a lot of other places. So we're going to start to maybe ignore it in this section. And we might encourage it in this section. We're not sure yet. We're going to see how she acts. So again, I'm sorry, this doesn't cover full view of the round pen. But, I mean, you do see a pretty good sized portion of it. We're going to try and re-angle the camera. And we will be back in a second. Okay, so it looks like I can't get it reset where I need it. I'm going to have to put like a little screw in a little stand right here. Now I'm going to grab my spanking stick and we're going to go. And you might see me whack her on a butt a few times. What I like to do is I point and spank. And sometimes I cluck, sometimes I don't. And if she doesn't speed up to the pace that I asked her to, I'll chase on her. And if she doesn't after that, then I will give her a whack on the butt. The other thing I was going to say that I just forgot. I forgot what I was going to say. So we're going to get started, and if I remember, I'll come back and talk. So we're going to get started, and I like to kind of bring her with me. And what I like to do now is I'm going to grab her spanking stick. I'm going to grab her spanking stick, and I'm going to get in front, and where you guys can see it, hopefully. The sun's in my eye, I can't really see, so I hope you guys can see this. And we're going to do desensitizing. And sometimes I'll let go of the lead rope. And if she takes off when I let go of the lead rope, one thing I don't let them do is pick direction. If they go to the right, I change them to the left. That's what I was going to say. I let them pick their pace. When they get a certain... She was going to get hot. You guys are going to see her sweat quite a bit. She's one of those horses that she just sweats faster. Watch, she won't sweat at all in this video. She's going to sweat, and that's fine. We're still going to work her. I love to give tons of breaks. Not tons, but we do give breaks. I don't like when you just work, and no breaks, because you have to have that release. So that's what I was going to say. I let them pick their pace. When they start to show me that they're tiring, if they're listening completely, I'll leave them alone, and they can walk if they want. They can trot if they want. They can gallop or canter if they want. If I have them a canter and they slow down, that is perfectly fine. Whatever reason, I don't like them picking their direction. For some reason, it's just something I personally don't like. Their speed, I would rather them pick their speed than their direction, because her and her buddy already try to switch directions whenever they want to. So we're going to grab the spanking stick. I'll be out of range for a few seconds, and I'm going to show you how I desensitize and work with her, and then we're going to get started. Hope you guys can actually hear this. And as you'll notice, she has a little string on her halter. That's what the owner gave me. I've tried taking it off, but I just can't get it off. He had it so long it was dangling on the ground, and it's gotten so tight that we just can't undo it. We've tried cutting it, and it's just so thick and so old and so rough, we just can't get through it. So it'll fall off when it falls off, or when she goes out of the halter, we'll get her another one. So we're going to ask her to move her butt so you guys can see. And I think you guys can see that. And I just start off holding the rope very slightly, if you guys can see this. And you'll notice she doesn't really love it, but she's not afraid of it. I love a horse you can desensitize and not have to hang on to. And somebody may ask, how do you get your horse to stand like that? What I had to do with her and her buddy was I actually had to tie them up to desensitize them like that, because they were so skittish when they got here that you barely picked up the whip like this, and they would rear, and they would back, and they would freak out. So what we did was we long tied them, and I'm sure a lot of you know what that is, but if you don't, it's where you get a long lead rope, tie them to the fence, but they can still move at least their hindquarters and their front shoulders. And we stood behind them with a 5-foot whip and just cracked it way behind them. When they got used to that and stood still, we ended up beside them, about 5 feet from them, Slowly moved our way closer, and then slowly moved to taking off the rope, putting on a shorter lead rope and holding on to him, and then it just got to this. So we're going to get started now because I've been talking for 20 minutes, and I'm really sorry about that. I hate videos like that where the people just talk. So we're going to get to work, and it looks like you guys can see the jump. She's not a jumper. I just give it for something to focus on because I honestly believe a horse will stop paying attention to you. Not always. There's the people that always, well, not always. But if they don't have something to focus on, they're not going to keep paying attention to you. So she has to keep focused on this jump, no matter which way she goes. If not, she's going to run over it. What I do is if she skips it and runs around it, I don't care if she's facing me or if her butt's facing me. I make her go over it at least 4 times, back and forth. And then I push her back off in the direction I was asking her. The reason I do that is so she figures out, man, if I go around this, I just have to work harder. If I just go in my circle, do what's asked, it's nice and easy and there's no pressure. So we're going to get started. And again, this is Skyla. She's a little over 2. I've had her here for a year. She's going to be here for another year. I know it doesn't always take that long to train a horse, but it's only the second horse I have trained. If you guys are interested in a certain type of video, please let me know. I'd love to get some clients. I'd love to do a couple of clinics. I only charge $40 a person, and I'd actually love if somebody brought a horse so I could figure out what I could do in front of a crowd, add that pressure, add that excitement. I think it'd be kind of fun. So if you guys are interested in any certain type of video, please share this video, get my name out there, and we can possibly do a clinic and maybe a little barbecue. Bring a horse or 2, go on a trail ride. We got 15 acres of hillside and land. We've got trails all over out here. We've got trains, we've got the highway, so we're good out here. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna shut up now until we get to a point where I need to explain something, and I'm gonna try and get a microphone, and I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, so this is the way that I like to start to send her off. I like to kind of get beside her and act like I'm doing a sending exercise, and then I'm gonna let her go. Now I like to let her do whatever pace she wants for the first half circle, then we'll pick up the pace just to kind of let her warm up. And she stopped when I like that, but at the same time I hate that. Change. Now she ignores me whenever we first get started, so be prepared for me to just kind of work with her a little bit and let her change direction where she wants. The next day or so, we're not going to let her do that anymore. You're going to notice some purple on her side, right here on her withers. The saddle kind of pinched, so we're going to have to put some kind of wrap around it so it doesn't pinch. I straightened out her legs and everything before we rode, but for some reason it's still pinched. Now she's not great on whoa, but we're working on it. Okay? I'm gonna mess up sometimes too. Oh. Now I've taught her to follow, but as you can see, she doesn't always do it. We're still working on it. She hasn't been round pinned in, I'd say 3 or 4 months since the last 4 days. So we're still rusty. I'm still mixing up my words. We'll figure it out together. I don't care right now that she's walking off. She feels comfortable enough to do it, so we're gonna let her. Now you're gonna see me mess up a little. Don't judge, please. Like I said, it's been a couple months. We're both a little rusty, and the reason being is we've just been working on her riding because she was really, her canter felt like a harsh trot, so we've been working on smoothing that out. So we're gonna go back to lunging, and like I said, you're gonna see some mess ups here and there, and I'm really sorry about that. We're a little rusty. And if you guys want to know how to teach them how to come in, I can do a video on that if you leave a comment. We also do a little bit of liberty, and she knows how to lay down with just one rope and no halter. So if you guys are interested in seeing any of that type of stuff, please leave a comment and let me know. Now you'll notice she comes in a little hesitantly, and that's because she hasn't figured out if I'm going to make her change to the inside or not yet, but this is a good sign. We're going to try and move you guys to where you can actually see the whole arena. I'm going to try one more spot that I didn't think of, and we'll be right back. Now, I know you guys can't see the entire arena, but you are only missing this little corner right here. Oops. Right here. The only way this would fall is if she bumps it, so hopefully she won't bump it. And we're going to start off again, and I'm going to send her the other way. Actually, you don't know if you guys can even see that because that's so far down.